What's your favorite podcast, Swerve?
You know that One Nation?
This is Jordan Grace, and you're listening to the Social Suplex Podcast Network.
BW, this is One Nation Radio. You better get it right. Rich Ladder, James Boyd came to give
I got the bang bang so
We're in the middle of the intro. What are we doing?
Dropping 6 feet if they kicking trash.
That's right.
Let me welcome y'all to something different. And if you dig it, man, you should let some friends listen. We be getting it in, that's on the regular, dude. Ravish and flow, but this shit rude. See, James don't rap,
They
so
can't
I
hear
had
us.
to break it down. The whole network, man, we coming for the crown. Raps in the columns, I keep them both covered. Making the beats too, so the listeners can bump it. Hit us with the rating, yeah, I'm saying it's a 5. Before you hit it, talk, bob your head side to side. It's One Nation Radio, and this is the beginning. It's Rich, and I'm here with James. It's time to listen to One Nation.
You got to unleash the power of the pyramid.
This is Mike Sempervive from WrestlingObserver.com. Check me out on Wrestling Observer Live every day. And also check out your boys, Rich and James, on One Nation Radio.
This is Kenny Omega. We're listening to One Nation Radio. Check it out, guys. These guys know what's up. Big Kenny Omega fans, and that's all that counts to me. Goodbye and good night.
Hey, folks. Welcome to this week's edition of One Nation Radio. I'm James Boyd. Here with me at Rich Lotta, who has came up with a brand new gimmick of just talking over the intro. The live intro getting played. He wants to have a communication with me then.
Yeah.
I don't. It's a live show now. We can't do that no more.
Yep. I guess y'all will hear it.
Show, and then I just add the intro at the beginning of it, and I just move my audio in place. Now we can't do that.
Yep. I messed up.
Oh man. This man coming up with new ways to fuck stuff up. And it's funny because like normally I'm the one that fucks up the intro. This time it was him.
I guess, but you know, we'll be all right. You know, we will persevere. We will prosper. We will, you know, rise. You know,
we will rise. It ain't February no more.
Happy Women's History Month, James.
Yeah, Happy Women's History Month. Now, you had sent me something. I'm not. Were you joking? You said you want to do a.
Oh, I was joking.
Oh, okay. Rich was talking about for the segment doing a first team all white woman, first team all black woman, first team all Latinas, and first team all Asian women. Something like that. I was like, I'm not doing that. I didn't respond. I don't know what you said after that. I was like, I'm not doing that. LOL. It went over my head. Rich been sending me some wild shit throughout the day.
I got a lot of time during the week, so I think of things,
man.
You know, so actually we should probably do housekeeping. So I'm actually going to Florida next week, so I'll be in town, James. But I leave Thursday after work, so I can't do One Nation Radio next week, like on the Thursday. I don't know if it's a James Boyd special that week or whatever, but
what's the James Boyd special?
We'll talk it through the solo. James gets the creative control of James Boyd. Control. You know,
that means it's a show that I don't want to do, and I just do it for like an hour.
Yeah, but shout out to Reg and Phil. We had them on last week. James, I hope you're feeling better.
So this is my first time ever having flu, and I gotta say, like, this shit worse than COVID. At least for me, like, this shit felt way worse when I had COVID. Like, the last time I felt this sick was... Shit, I don't even know. In adulthood, this is as sick as I've ever been for more than one day in a row. Where, like, I had fever and chills, and that was one thing, but it was just, like, I couldn't hold down any food. That's never happened with me. That's never been a thing with me where I've been so sick where I just, like, my stomach just says, nope, it goes down, it's going right back out.
It sounds like, you know, your body was trying to tell you.
Yeah, that's, it's never happened to me before, so it was a really weird 3 days. Like, I lost 10 pounds in 3 days.
Damn.
Yeah, like even drinking water was a problem, man. I drink like 1.5 gallons of water every day. So yeah, it was a bit like, so I called it on Tuesday, and then by Friday or by Saturday I was able to eat something, but like it was bad. And then like today is my first day back at the gym, and man, like
baby lungs.
It was a Metcon. It wasn't bad except for the part where like I'm sweating like a fucking.
Oh, I can see.
Yeah, like bro, like it just ridiculous. I think I might have some fever on me still or whatever else. Just lucky I'm not contagious anymore. But yeah, man, just weird day. But yeah, man, feel better. I felt like oddly because it had me so fucked up. I was like, I couldn't work out for like a week and a half, so I figured like my win was gonna be trash. It actually wasn't that bad. So outside of sweating like this, I'm all right.
Yeah, man, good to hear it, man. Because like I got sick in December, and it was weird. I was sick while I was there, like, and then I was just like no selling. I was like, fuck this. I got sick like a week and a half ago. Like I was sick after I went to Dynamite, and then that weekend I got sick after I went to the gym.
Sacramento
Sacramento.
Okay.
And then
travel will do it to you.
I went to the gym Saturday. I was fine up until then, and then I was sick all of last week, including like while we were doing the show with Reg and Phil. Like I was just getting over being sick or whatever. So it was like
y'all got a show. Shout out to.
I was no selling. I worked. I did both Taekwondo classes. I did one of them in there, and then I did one at home. I was like, nah, fuck this. Like we ride,
So shout out to Phil and Reg from Grapsity for filling in for me, and also shout out for them, carrying you while you was still sick. You just kept it low. But yeah, man, it like I'm not much of a complainer when it comes to being sick. Like it's just me. Like I'll just take whatever meds to clear out whatever you got, and I can deal with it. Like right now, I got a thing of Kleenex next to me in a waste basket because my lungs are still hawking up shit. So, just bear with us. I'll do the best with my mute button.
So, yeah, man, we got a lot kind of on the tab here tonight. We've got we've got the age-old question, James. We got, is it time to get heat on the dog? It's just... It comes around again and again, and I don't like the idea of it. It always seems good at the time, but ultimately we don't ever like declare yes or no. But man, right now I think it's like it may be demanding.
You know what it made me think of? Like when the RDC World skits were going around during the Kendrick and Drake thing back in 2024, and like Meet the Grams that came out, and it was like. And then one dude's dressed as Chubbs, and he's like, "Man, do we need to get the gap for Kendrick?" And then the dude was playing Opry was like, "Man, put that away," right? Like at first when you said it to me, I was like, "Need to get heat on a dog." I was like, "But Roman's not even facing Cody. What are you talking about?" And so then I saw the clip, and I saw he mentioned his dead dad. I was like, "Oh." Yeah, someone might need to suggest, since we're now in the new terms of beef now it might be time to talk about digging Larry up. It might be under consideration.
It might be time to smoke Larry.
Because you was like, hey, Roman really gave him something to talk about. It's like, nah, what you probably don't recognize in all this stuff and the way these are going. It seemed like somebody is a person writing all these, and it was like, this is your week, now it's my turn. When it's my turn, it's going to be nastier than what you gave me.
I'm like, whoever's losing this match, they about to go lower, like Michelle Obama says.
Yeah.
Or the opposite. Excuse me.
To hell.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just talk about that a little bit. So like they did a whole promo, and that last part kind of was like removed from like most of the the rhetoric from the joint. It's kind of like the same promo they did previously. Like all they have is the shoot stuff, really. I think the crowd really reacted.
It's working.
I think the crowd is reacting more to things like Roman Reigns calling CM Punk a bitch more than anything. Like those seem to be getting
went back to his crush, right?
Yeah, like
I remember
just
that
like
2018,
and like simple insults, but like the shoot stuff, like I don't think it's like landing, by way of like, oh, this is great, but the thing with like he was like, I'll bury you with your father and all that. A lot of people were clutching pearls on that.
Of course.
So like it's always kind of pro wrestling legend. Look, you said my daddy did. We probably got to fight.
If you don't love within your right to not like that, if you don't like it, because there's been tons of times in WWE history, or hell, in AEW history too, when motherfuckers will step over a line and people were like, why is this shit here, right?
Yeah,
it was unnecessary, and it'd be like, hey man, it was unnecessary. You don't have to do this. People want to do this.
Like, I'm only disappointed that Roman Reigns didn't like spark him. Like,
well,
like you gotta spark him like after he says that, and then like immediately everybody gotta rush in. Like that's how you do that. But it's like you can't just like
those fighting words,
right. So it's like they got these niggas out here trading soliloquies like. And ain't nobody, and they going to hell with it, but nobody want to swing yet. Like, I think this stuff need to, he needs to call him broke. Look, there's so much that Roman Reigns can give him.
Yeah,
and like, is Roman being gracious because he's going over, or has it just not set up that way yet?
It could be that. It could be I'll give him free reign because after all, he's not used to this. This is his first WrestleMania main event. I'm used to these. I've done like 10 of these in a row or some shit.
He should say some shit like that. So I know you have limited experience in the WrestleMania main event. Yeah, that would be funny.
He's acting unbecoming of the position.
Yeah, I will. You talk about teaching me. I will teach you how to be a WrestleMania main eventer, bro. Roman can fire him up in character.
Yes.
Like. He ain't even really gotta. There's so much stuff really gotta
without having to go to here. But we're already here now, so and like we're still like, isn't it like a late April WrestleMania this year, like last year? So we're still weeks and weeks away. They're like 8 weeks away and shit.
Bro, he needs to fucking destroy the dog, bro. Like, and he needs to say something foul about the dog. He needs to call the dog ugly. He needs to tell CM Punk to start printing his face on shit. So nobody gives a fuck. Like, he's got to take it to hell, Roman. Take it to hell, Roman. Like,
the dog isn't a traditionally adorable dog. That is true.
Like, your dog is ugly.
It is one of those things where it's like the dog is ugly, therefore it's cute. It's one of those, right? That's what Larry was.
Be like, I have 6 beautiful children. You had a dog. Like Roman can, fire this shit up.
Roman could do that, right? Roman could do that. CM Punk also be like, yeah, you have 6 beautiful half-black children in your MAGA.
Oh, man. Oh.
You know they're not going there. They're not going there.
Yeah. There is that. Like, I think if CM Punk
this is agreed upon hell they taking it to. Like,
niggas talking about niggas cutting the feed for the fuck Ice Chance. Nah, if CM Punk say that shit out his mouth, they cutting the feed on WWE for that shit.
Would they release him?
No. They would take him off TV and put him in contract hell again.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, and be like, you need to apologize. Like, they would issue their own apology. We apologize on behalf of Phil Brook. Like, it would be a lot. Like, like he can't do that. He can't do that. But these are the things that I think Roman needs to do. Like, and I'm convinced once he takes it to the dead daddy, it's right there. Like, it's a layup. It's Victor Wembanyama in front of the rim.
That's true. There's so much stuff for both of them. There's still plenty of time. Because there's still 8 weeks or whatever the fuck. So, yeah. But I have enjoyed what I've seen so far.
Yeah.
As a person that does not watch WWE aside from whatever, except for when they want to piss in Cody's mouth. I don't, at this point, I don't really. Oh my God! Speaking of that, Rich, you missed out because you did see it. I don't know if you heard about Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee.
I heard it was very bad.
Rich. Becky Lynch was out here trying to Bret Hart carry her, and she couldn't even hold up to that. Bro, all the stuff, look, all the stuff that you've always said about Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is better. Unquestionably.
Really?
Unquestionably. Bro.
Because the famous line in the thing was, you make AJ Lee look like AJ Styles.
We're going to have to rewind that.
Man.
Like, maybe at a certain point, she was better. But, bro, it's like, straight up, bro, like, it looks unrealistic in the ways that people talk about Riho. Except Riho actually can fucking do this. Right? And she's not fucking up spots.
Hey,
they fucked up like the next to last spot in the match. Becky Lynch, they had an exposed turnbuckle, bro. If you see the kind of ridiculous, because Becky's not that athletic, right?
She's kind of been on the downslide.
But when you see the how unbelievable it was, the way she ran into this turnbuckle to set it up, and then they fucked up the spot before they got to that spot. But then, then including that, it was so bad. It was so bad. It was like, if this had happened on AEW with Harley Cameron, my God. It was one of those. It'd have been like, get her the fuck out of here.
Well, man, Myron, with the comment I actually told to James earlier, Roman Reigns should come out in a certain Falcons jersey, but he won't. No, that wasn't Roman. That was about somebody else. That was about an AEW wrestler. We were talking about Swerve choking. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. It was about Swerve choking Brody. And I said, man, at this rate, he finna start hanging dogs. And then it's over. Then all hell finna break loose. It's all bets are off. Then right. And then you were like, he need to show up with a Vic jersey. I was like, all right, man. See, I had my little jokey joke of the absurdity. Now you taking it where it don't need to be. People wonder how you can get pro wrestling heat. Bruh, I would have been did the Vic jersey. My God, I'd have been. I had him reacting like New Jack. Do you know how specifically black of heat that is? Like, right? Because like they all know what it is. They all know what it is, right? And honestly, Rich, in your neck of the woods, they still wear their Vic jerseys. I saw T.I. and not the 04 remodel, like the classic, like Atlanta in the Super Bowl of '98. Jesse Tuggle, Chris Chandler, Jamal Anderson,
Mathis, O.J. Santiago, Terrence Mathis, Atlanta Falcons jersey. I saw that recently. That's the one. I know. I had the white remodel Vic jersey. Gotcha. And then he fucked around and said, "Who wants to bet some dogs? Or who wants to bet on some dogs fight?" But yeah, man, like, it was that's specific. That is it. Like bro, he wrestling he wrestling the nigga that barks. Right. And right. He could look. Any wrestler could do it for the heat, but a black wrestler doing it, just take it to a whole nother level in theory. Get his ass off TV. Oh man, a black wrestler wears a Vic jersey. Oh my God! I'm telling you, the white Atlanta Falcons jersey. Oh my God, get Someone his ass off TV. Someone needs to do it. Like if he's wearing the joint that when he won overtime against the Minnesota Vikings and ran through the tunnel, that jersey, yes. Oh my God. So why are we talking about this?
He brought up the Roman thing with Vic, saying Roman needs to wear the jersey. Earlier, I said Swerve needs to wear the jersey.
Right.
So...
No, my question is, why did I just like leave that as like where it was, and then instead of bringing it up to this whole thing? Now that's like we have like 3 minutes of talking about Michael Vick jerseys on. Okay, all right,
love it.
Oh man.
So AJ
Sorry,
Lee, we were saying how
forgive us.
Look how terrible. Shout out to Jeremy.
Forgive us, Josh. Forgive us, Megan. Sorry.
Shout out to Jeremy. Had the baby this week, so I'll let him talk about that when he returns. But AJ Lee looking good and terrible, huh? Just like I always said.
It was bad. But bro, the finish of the fucking Elimination Chamber is the final four are Cody, Orton, Logan Paul, and Trick Williams. Cody hits a crossroads on Trick Williams. Logan Paul throws Cody into the post and steals the pin to make sure that he eliminates Trick. Why?
Look, Logan Paul eliminated Trick Williams.
He eliminated by stealing the finish from Cody when Cody was about to pin him after a crossroads. It was one of those because I'm evil, right? So that happens. They open up the cage.
They got Javon out of there real quick.
Yeah. They open up the cage for Trick. Trick is selling forever while this cage is open. All of a sudden, there is a guy that tries to climb the pod wearing a mask, wearing a black hoodie and a black mask over his face. They grab him and pull him to the back, and it's supposed to be almost like a streaker. Like we're not supposed to know who this is, but it's all subterfuge to get like all the security to grab that guy and move him to the back so that another masked person then just literally, as opposed to running up, he just literally like just walks up the steps like it's sweet, right? And then he proceeds to kick or super kick Logan Paul in the chest, and then hits a curb stomp, and then he walks back out the ring, and it turns around, and Cody's looking at him like, what the fuck? For like, it feels like it's flashing for 5 minutes. And then then the person finally decides to reveal, it's Seth Rollins. So then Cody pins Logan Paul. Logan Paul leaves, so does Seth. Like 30 seconds later, out comes Drew McIntyre. This cage is still open.
The door, I was like, what the fuck? Like, what's the point, bro?
Right. This cage door is still open. Out comes McIntyre. McIntyre says, I'm not wearing no stupid fucking mask and hoodie. Fuck that.
Thank you. Thank you, Drew.
He comes out in his street gear. He comes down to the ring. He starts beating on Cody. So it's only at this point in time, it's only Cody and Orton left. He starts beating on Cody, right? And gets him to the corner. And then all of a sudden, Orton just gets up and is like, what the fuck? He walks up onto Drew, similar to how Cody walked up on Solo Sikoa. And I'm thinking, oh, here comes the fucker. Orton's about to get fucked. No. He turns him around and just sips, and instead of like looking around and waits for McIntyre to roll out, no, Randy Orton's smart. He turns him around and RKO. So then Cody immediately crossroads McIntyre. He gets up from the joint. He gets up onto his feet. Immediate RKO and pinned. I was like, boy, big old dummy. He trusted the Viper. He fell to the trap of the snake again.
They let Randy Orton main event WrestleMania in 2026 to do Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes.
Presumably, yes.
I don't even know what to say.
That's been the thing for them to do for a few years. They just haven't done it. So whatever. The thing that I find weird is like there's no there's no betrayal in it. That should have been the thing.
Like,
it should have been Randy Orton turns heel on Cody.
And then, so like, McIntyre has been fucking with this man throughout the Royal Rumble. After he wins the belt, he's just picking on Cody.
And while he's a champion, going into the cage. Like,
if he ignores this nigga, none of this shit ever happens or whatever. But they're gonna basically now they're doing a match between them Friday when he lost the belt.
We would presume that Drew McIntyre will be left out in the cold, in the cold weather without a coat, getting it like the Red Cross. Yes.
But Cody Rhodes lost the belt in absurd fashion, and then he'll give it up, or get it back in, whatever. And then McIntyre will, as you said, be left out. But then there's Jacob Fatu swirling, too, people were saying. And then Orton would be on the other side because he won the Elimination Chamber. But it's like the nigga just gets another title match. The nigga lost the Royal Rumble. The nigga lost the Elimination Chamber. Ain't no rules in the Elimination Chamber. So, like, there ain't nothing. Hey, look, he didn't get fucked. So,
right.
Look. They set this up. And I imagine when you're in the room, right, you're like, all right, man, we want to get to Cody and Randy Orton. And it's a creative way how they got there. It was like, we're going to take the.
Does it make you want to see the match, though?
You know what I think they could have done? They could have did everything that they've done with Cody Rhodes, but did it at WrestlePalooza with McIntyre, and it had him win the belt back then and hold that bitch all the way till now or whatever. That way he can beat a couple people.
Yes.
He can have some credibility.
Right.
And then like,
Rich.
And you take it off Cody earlier, so it's like people aren't sick of him in that way, which they're sick of him.
Right. But the problem is, this wasn't the Cody match they were trying to get at WrestleMania. They were trying to get the Roman match, and then eventually, and then neither one of them seemingly want.
Should we break it open?
Either one of them, or neither one of them want to do the job to the other one for 3 times in 4 years. So this is where we're at now.
Yeah, it's like they pulled, like, this was a clear B plan, and it's like, okay, you wanted to get to Cody and Randy Orton. Appreciate you, my man, Heavenly Halbert, $10 super chat.
Shout out.
Met him at a couple AEW shows before.
Okay.
Rocking the One Nation Radio gear, so shout out to him. But they get to this point where they want to do, where it's a presumed pivot.
Right.
Because,
I mean, beyond what we just said, it was already been documented as been a pivot because of the ticket sales, and they're freaking out.
Yeah, I just think that it will be mid, and it will be, I think people will want to see it from a certain aspect because it's Cody and Randy Orton. They have a long history, and like it's a storyline that makes sense and everything like that. I don't see it as like a WrestleMania main event personally.
Well, it's not. It's the first night.
That's true. But now with Cody, it makes me think back to when The Rock wanted Cody's soul. In and out of storyline, right? He wanted the guy to turn heel, right? Mm-hmm. And I think about this past year for Cody, right? Where he
would it have been the worst thing if he had just turned heel?
All I'm saying is
that where you were getting at?
Maybe The Rock was right. Hear me out. Cody, never a man that is the most aware in the room of where his status is as, or babyface or his crowd reactions. He's gonna do what the fuck he wants. Typically,
he is son's daddy. He's his daddy's son with the bad babyface instincts and burning through shit super quick.
So, The Rock, someone that has been left out in the sun too long, sometimes knows when it's coming. I would imagine. Mm-hmm. Pitches him this, and it's like, all right, if you turn, you're probably losing. You're probably losing to Cena, right?
For Cena's retirement tour.
Like, you lose to Cena, you become a heel, you're gonna get the belt back anyway. So it's like, why'd you have to do that as a babyface? Look weird for months. And like, basically, they had him in an incubator when he didn't have the title, to where it was almost like he was still the champion anyway. It's like, turn, lose the belt. And then, like, you come back around for this WrestleMania cycle, you're a heel, you got the belt, you damn near have a free pass to write your own ticket.
Yep.
Like, to whether...
If he had been heel this whole time, it'd been a perfect... Think about all this stuff going back to WrestleMania 29.
He could have got Punk. He could have got Roman.
That's what I'm getting at, the Roman thing, right? This whole entire time... when they were doing all this stuff with Rock showing back up and fucking up WrestleMania 24, right? And the story they had at 23 to 24 with him and Cody, with Roman and Cody, and going and how they were going to finish that story, and Rock fucked it up. And then Rock shows up a year later and offers him another solution, which is, hey man, we know you're going to do a third match between Cody and Roman. This provides a different dynamic to where Roman can finally win the belt as the ace babyface that they have always wanted to be, and everybody would have went for it this time because there's nobody, because even when he was a heel the last few years or whatever else, he was a top heel and the top babyface. He was a diabolical Machiavellian monster, slapping his dumb relatives' heads left and right while throwing the ones up and the crowd losing it, making fake una fales, right? It'd been perfect time for him. He takes time off, comes back, does the whole shit with Solo Sikoa and all that kind of stuff. Does the stuff with Roman or with Cody and Punk or whatever else. As far as fighting I'm sorry, not the Samoans, the Tongans, right? Could have came back, won the Rumble just like he did, and then you had the perfect foil in heel Cody, who just turned heel on Cena, and would have retired Cena.
He could have lost it as a babyface, and he could have turned heel to win it back from Cena,
right? And then could have retired Cena,
or that,
and then it would have been so. So Rock.
And then at that point, hold on.
I don't think he did that for the goodness of Cody Rhodes. I just think it happened to line up that way to where it would have worked out that way.
Look, and at that point, if he comes in as a stronger heel, he has none of that lose the belt in goofy fucking ways to McIntyre and right. Making himself look like an ass at Elimination Chamber. He has none of that, right?
And if he loses, it doesn't matter if he loses because he's the heel.
He's a heel, and then he can do another fucking match with Roman, and then he wins next time. Like,
in theory,
in theory, because Roman might, they might basically pull up to the side room at WrestleMania, close the door with Heyman and Triple H, and be like, "Yep, we fucking got him." Like, it could be, right?
Yeah.
But let's assume we can let these guys operate in good faith for just 1 minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get Cody as a heel this year, drop it to Roman. Roman's a part-timer. He doesn't fucking need the belt. Like, he can give it back at SummerSlam or whatever. Like, it's not that fucking hard. Like, all right, I recognize people are going to say no. So, like, obviously there are difficulties that come with booking and stuff like that. And the reason we're not getting Cody versus Roman is obviously because someone said no. I'm convinced. Sorry,
they both said I'm not convinced one.
I'm not putting you over. No, whatever.
I'm convinced that
somebody said no.
I'm pretty convinced. I feel like there's 3 people that all said no. We're not doing this.
Yeah,
and one of them's Triple H.
And now we're left with weaker matches, weaker business. I'd say.
Yep.
I maintain Punk versus Cody. Excuse me. Cody versus Roman is the strongest match WWE has.
I think so. Still. This is what we're at right now with Cody and Roman is just number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, that was a 3-way last year. So, like, with an entirely different...
With Seth in it.
Yeah. Like,
and it was night 1. Fuck out of here.
Like, maybe you want to try to sell me a Punk versus Cody match at some point, but that's uncharted territory still.
Let me let you know how fucked up the whole Seth thing is, right? Right, how unhot it is, right? So they about to do CM Punk versus Roman in the main event of WrestleMania, and Paul Heyman will not be involved.
Smart.
We couldn't get that for Brock versus Roman.
Yeah.
What year? 2021 or 22 or whatever the fuck that was. We couldn't even get that.
Simon says, what's up, Simon? See you in the live chats in a minute. We got 44 live. Shout out to everybody showing up. So he said this match should have happened at SummerSlam 2024.
Is album mixtape?
I guess so. Man, lead to more of the Bloodline Civil War stuff. Isn't that the one where he fought Solo Sikoa and stank out the stadium?
At SummerSlam, like 2 years ago?
2024?
I think so.
I think so.
Wait, 24. That wasn't well, maybe it was.
Yeah, I think it was.
Look, Roman versus one of his cousins at SummerSlam. It's just they're just disasters. I don't want to think about them.
So now we get Cody and Randy Orton, and Cody would probably go into the match as champion, and presumably he's going to win, and then just keep it moving forward. Like, I don't think they're strapping up Orton unless they want to start moving Randy Orton closer to Cena and Flair and shit. Like,
is Orton because we've been in this run of like guys like because they mentioned Lesnar, they mentioned AJ Styles, Cena, whatever else. What is his name mentioned that list of guys that they're trying to like retire over the next 2 years or whatever? Or am I wrong?
I never heard anything about Orton retiring.
Okay. I mean, then, Orton got all them damn kids at this point, so he might go like, we finna keep cashing this.
I can't believe this man.
College.
I can't believe that the person that has like gained the most out of all this is Randy Orton,
he's an opportunist. Remember this happened in 2020 when he cussed that promo on Beth Phoenix. He has that match and
he stole a world title then
with Edge or whatever else. Ended up being like a 4.25-star match, and then because of that, they basically said McIntyre, your moment, and you waiting to try to get this to the fans or whatever else. Fuck that, we're putting the belt back on Orton. Like
that's amazing.
If you give Randy Orton enough times, he will get over again to a championship level. It happened 6 years ago. It's happening again. Apparently,
he will get every chance. He will get all the chances.
And there's another part about this, right? We always
Orton's only quote unquote 45 years old,
right? Another part about that. He turns 46 in August, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Or
April.
Yeah. I can't remember if it was August or April. So the thing about Orton, and I think people may have forgotten about this because it's been so long, but now that we might actually finally see it in like full application. Randy Orton in his title runs, in his push to the top to be the 2A to Cena's 1A for all that time. A great deal of that was off the equity and credibility of Triple H saying him, Vince, him. And don't be wrong, Vince clearly liked what he saw in Orton at that time. But we finally have a time where all the times Triple H staked saving Randy Orton's ass when he was fucking up. All those times in the last 20 years, right? We're finally at a point now where Triple H is in the chair. And as we talk about Triple H in like the ego of him to do all those things and come on and get the first pop at all these big shows, right? And executive produced by Paul Levesque and all that kind of stuff, right? Him being the guy in the chair, bro. It's gonna take something. We finally finna see like. Is he gonna stroke his ego and his hand-picked guy for the 2000s and 2010s? Is he gonna put him over in 2026 at WrestleMania? We finna see. Cody is on the threat. You think he likes you? He don't like you as much as he likes that nigga.
Look, this would be all-time
nasty.
All-time nastiness.
They may as well remember the one time when Triple H got a title reign by they basically just they pulled a belt from out of a bag and handed it to him.
Yeah. Look,
this is Randy Orton. They just out a bag. They just pulled out a bag and handed it to you.
If Triple H really want to save his ass, right, and the nigga want to be on TV anyway, we know he do.
Oh, Rich, I forgot about who was Triple H's champion in the Authority. I forgot about that part.
Orton.
Yes. Yes.
And then Triple H comes out, fucks Cody Rhodes, and they're the authority again. And
my God. I wouldn't even think about that. I'm just saying as far as
and then Triple H is back on screen. And then as a character.
I wasn't even talking about redoing it. I was talking about as far as
they need something in WWE.
Imitating life.
Look, they need something in WWE to where it'd be like, it
ain't Randy Orton 2026.
Look, it ain't Randy Orton, but it's like, all right, well, what about y'all burning through Cody right now? Like,
that's true.
Cody's got a hole in his pants right now. I think you can't you just strap him up as a babyface again, and you're telling him to ride this nigga through SummerSlam and all that. It's like, y'all really gonna make Jacob Fatu the champion? I'll believe it when I see it. Right. But, and then it's like, I don't know, like when you got it on a heel, it's just easier.
Especially in that promotion, especially with that booker,
and they'll buy it for Randy Orton. I can't believe I've started lobbing these ideas up. See, I got you putting on that Randy Orton tinfoil hat next to me. See, you know how you compel, because it's really rare that I go out here on the you see the bullshit they plotting. Normally it's you that be out having over the ledge on the nonsense. I got you in the deep end with me. Yes, let's get it. I mean, I ride with my dog. Heat on the dog. But oh man, what else happened? Road Dogg. Speaking of heat on the dog. Okay, I was going to go to Rhea Ripley, but we could take a detour. No, fine. Rhea Ripley first. Okay, Rhea Ripley won the Women's Elimination Chamber to set it up with Jade Cargill. As I said last week, that was probably going to happen. Looking at it, whatever happened, Bianca Belair was not ready in time, so the Jade Bianca match they were trying to set up apparently not happening. So the next quote unquote best thing. Rhea versus Jade, and this broke out into all-out warfare on Twitter this week. You gotta tell me, because I have no idea what happened. Oh my God. People think it was a work shoot. No, it was a shoot. I'm telling you it was. So, they just started sending these tweets. She basically called Rhea the second option. Then Rhea posted clips of Jade previously calling her a dream opponent. Jade then basically said, something about, not as much time as you spend talking to creative or whatever, and you're staying on top, and how they do. Rhea don't really like that. Her fans don't really like that. They're sensitive about it. Then other people start jumping in, like known shit stirs like Chelsea Green. Piper Niven basically jumps in, is basically like, I'll beat the shit out of you next time I see you, and like in so many words, right? There are other people like Mia Yim tweeting those popcorn eating emojis and different shit like that, and this whole thing seems like and then Rhea Ripley goes on her Instagram story and she was like, not friends, not having fun, learn to work or whatever. She basically told her she can't work, and then she said one more thing, I can't remember, and she was like, basically this shit is not a storyline or whatever. And then Buddy Matthews reposted on his story or whatever, this nigga don't even work there, so like, why is he quote unquote helping with the angle? So that whole thing just blew up, and then like all the stories started going around. I have particularly strong sourcing that says this shit was not no work. So and look at this, like it's like it looked like some 20v1 shit. Jade is a confident woman. She's had other issues in WWE. Hold on. There's still Jade. It's WWE. Cut the shit. She came in with some type of fanfare, acclaim, money, knowing that she has a dollar sign on her forehead, and the vultures were out on her immediately when she showed up, because that's how WWE works with anybody with an outsider that has that kind of thing going for them. Including if you win fucking tough enough. I was gonna say she ran into issues in the locker room with AEW too, like kind of the same things. Like, and you lock enough women's wrestlers in a room together, somebody bound to hate somebody. That's just kind of how it goes. There's so many of the lack of spots available, and Jade was always going to end up pushed and with the title, whether she was, a good wrestler or not, and that's unfortunately not the case for everybody that's there, but it's competitive and, it kind of comes with the territory. I think if you're Jade, you look at it like that, like it comes with the territory where it's like you got people that trying to snipe at you and stuff like that. And
I shouldn't have to apologize because how I look.
And then like, I just look at the how this all looks. It's like everybody's ganging up on this black woman, huh? Like that's just what it looks like to me. I'm a bit sympathetic towards Jade here, right? And
I do until the bell rings.
Yeah, true. But the thing is, I think some of the stuff with Jade is they've overprotected her. I feel like they've not given her rope to go out there because they're terrified for whatever reason. Like they put her in there and it's like, okay, we thought the Jade Naomi match was going to be a disaster last year. It wasn't a disaster. It was fine. And then it's true. Like, if she's in there with Rhea Ripley, I'm like, okay, if Rhea Ripley is
Rhea's
as good
a lot better than Naomi, yes.
And I'm like, if Rhea Ripley and Statlander are like on the same level, I remember Jade and Statlander, that was just fine. So it's like, I don't know what they're so fearful of with Jade as far as her wrestling, to where it's like they've kept her in bubble wrap. So now that's a thing that people use against her, whether it's fans, whether it's whatever the fuck.
She might. I mean, she might have jealousy / heat on her. The whole time.
I know she's hurt. I know she's hurt people on house shows. I recognize that. So you probably are pulling back on her a little bit. And I feel like this is she's handed it to Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. Like, that's not even a question.
I imagine so, yeah.
But this whole thing, and they're basically going to have to work together now. So they're going to try to turn it into something. But all this shit that went down this week,
that wasn't the intention.
That was not it.
It's been turned into purposes of our story, but that wasn't the intention at first. Yeah.
Right. And
can't wait to see that on what's the name of their show?
SmackDown?
No. When they go
Unreal?
Can't wait to see it on Unreal in August.
Yeah, fucking. So they got to do a promo face to face tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to turn into Tiffany versus Charlotte Part 2.
Remember when they had to do that backstage shit with AEW between Jade and Red Velvet?
Yep.
Well, new promotion.
That's what I said. Like the whole thing,
same problems,
same kind of issues. So yeah.
When Brandon gonna show up and say, "Bitch, we told you it was open mic night."
I think that's it for Elimination Chamber. I ain't got shit else. So AJ Styles laid it down. Apparently, and
that's what
it looked like he's done. So, what will you remember by AJ Styles, James?
So AJ Styles is I always make this analogy to when people talked about the legend of Jim Brown at Syracuse, right? Like it was just you heard about him in the
shit. Sorry.
Yeah,
we have to talk about Danhausen. How the fuck did I forget this? Oh my god. Thank y'all in the comment.
All types of shit.
All of them. Brother, I saw this clip. CM Punk is in the Homeboy Hall of Fame.
Yes, in ways that Cody Rhodes is not.
I saw Danhausen get delivered. Or excuse me. They brought this nigga to the United Center. The biggest arena in the country. They decided, hey, we're only going to do 4 matches. We're not going to do Gunther and Dragon Lee. Why the fuck would we do that?
Yeah.
We have a box.
Especially the fallout to the AJ and Gunther stuff, too. When AJ and Dragon Lee were tag partners, yeah.
We have a box. And what is in this box turns out to be a coffin. And then Danhausen fucking emerges from this thing. Danhausen comes out.
Danhausen in the Housenettes.
Danhausen in the Housenettes. Danhausen looks like he's 93 pounds out there. The crowd is just looking at this.
You say he look like an AEW wrestler?
Bro, he ain't been on TV, so he ain't. Who knows what the workout regimen been like? This nigga comes out there.
Oh shit!
He raises the arms or whatever. They're playing the Danhausen music, and the music actually kind of like it fits for him. It goes. I like the music.
Yes.
But I saw this nigga walk out. This nigga did a routine in a pose, and then.
A puff of smoke.
It was one little poof or whatever, and then the crowd was like,
"What the fuck is this?" Like, what the fuck is this? And then when the lights went off, they booed the shit out that man.
I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, bro, it looked like I saw that shit, and I was like, immediately gobbledygooker, just like pure goofiness. And then like. What the fuck does this have to do with anything? Like, and then it was just like, and then they were like, oh, moving on. Like, and then I saw this and I was like,
you're missing things.
I'm probably missing them.
Can I tell you what you missed?
What?
Before Danhausen.
Oh, he gave him the fucking teeth, right?
Yes, there's the teeth. And and Michael Cole hated that shit. You could see it on his face. He fucking hated the teeth thing. But that's not what I'm talking about. Throughout the night, they were setting up what's in the box, right? Like Brad Pitt in Seven, right? They had Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis back by the box, and then R-Truth walked up. And they said, all right, Truth, what's in the box? And then he plugged what was inside of his pizza box, which was Papa John's. And then that man took a slice of that pizza out and coonishly ate that pizza in front of America. And I was like, yep. I remember when R-Truth dressed up as a Confederate soldier in 2011, and I was off on him then, and we are 15 years removed, and I was right. I was right. So yes, they were setting up the whole mystery box with Danhausen and the Housenettes and all that, and yeah, all of that, Rich.
Bro,
the lights go black, and the whole crowd. Hey, yo, what the fuck? Boo! Get him out. Get it out. They hated it.
Like, very badly.
Hated it.
If you are an NXT wrestler, I gotta feel like you should feel like they tried your life with this. If you're Ricky Starks, you should feel like they tried your life with this. If you are Ethan Page.
Do you see what Ricky Starks did this week?
Yes.
Ricky Starks ain't tried.
Yes, niggas thought it was going to be Chris Jericho.
Ricky Starks would have been on the LeBron Raymond James bum of the week if we were still running NXT.
Man, niggas thought Chris Jericho was going to be in that box, James. When the fuck would, you associate Jericho with not getting over? I don't, that sounds like a bad idea, don't it? Cornetism loses again. The nigga immediately walks into the main roster contract, main roster deal, merch, all this shit. But if you Will Hobbs, right, your ass got to disappear. You got to kind of get acclimated to what's going on here. All-time lie, that reporting is, by the way.
Royce Keys.
Yeah. This nigga gets to keep his name, keep his gimmick. Oh, bro, this is Finesser of the Year candidate.
And when he get let go, he finna go right back to the Indies and sell all that shit and make lots of money. Because that shit was always prolific as making money. I don't know how, I don't know why, but people find that shit endearing or charming in some way, and that man was always selling merch.
Like, does this nigga have like a heart of gold or something where it's like he does these personal stories like with these kids, or like what the fuck is the like? I don't get it. Never have, never will. Anwar Star win $2. Appreciate you. It's been a year since Tony cut that promo on Mariah. Yeah, it has.
Yeah. What I'm gonna say is, from what I can tell, I think he's a good brother. I think everybody likes him. Right? Like, I remember one time he did the whole gimmick for like a whole entire segment or two on Wrestling Observer Live with Alvarez. He did the whole gimmick, and I thought he was fucking hilarious. They asked him, well, who are your favorite wrestlers growing up? He goes, oh, Cold Steve. I fucking died. It's so funny.
Look,
Cold Steve Austin, Cold Steve. Fuck that, he's funny.
I better see some videos emerging of him visiting the sick kids in the hospital, like in the gimmick, talking about he's gonna uncurse them, like of their sickness. I need to know something.
You are asking him to overpromise and underdeliver by having that man show up to make a wish and say he gonna uncurse kids. He can't. That's false advertising. They can put him in jail about that, I think.
Can he bring? Look,
leprosy. I can solve that. I'm cursed. That ain't how that worked.
Has CM Punk asked him to bring Larry back?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Ray Devlin, Powerhouse Hobbs, Mariah May, Joe Hendry, Jordan Grace, Julia, Stephanie, Ricky. Take it to the warehouse, baby. Danhausen, pay-per-view debut.
Steady. Hey, sold out arena. Or I don't know if it was a sold out arena, but big arena. You got a shit off in there.
Rambones, if he needs to cure cancer to get over with you, he's already done for. Okay, AJ Styles.
All right. So yeah, basically my point was like, some wrestlers, when you just don't see them, like you hear their legend and the things you heard about them precedes them in a way, right? So like I was making an analogy to like the way people talked about like Jim Brown on the radio playing for Syracuse, as far as like just like you watch the game or you listen to the game on the radio, you hear about these things that are like sound mythical, right? He's just he's almost like Bigfoot. So I would hear, I got back into wrestling in 2011, and I would hear, about once a year, is AJ Styles ever going to go to WWE? Same thing for Samoa Joe, right, at the time. It's like, are these guys ever going to make it? And it just, it just never happened in that way. And then Rich started saying, hey, let's watch Wrestle Kingdom 9. And then that proceeded to him then watch New Japan all throughout that year. And then I checked back in for Wrestle Kingdom 10. And I'm like, I see him versus Nakamura. And I'm like, yo, I don't know. This is one of the 5 or whatever best matches I've ever seen in my life. It's incredible. This is my first time ever seeing AJ Styles. But Rich had told me about what AJ Styles was doing throughout the year, like the match with Tanahashi and all that shit. So, okay. So then next thing I know, he leaves with Nakamura and like they're both leaving New Japan on like literally after that match. And like Nakamura seems like he's at NXT, and then AJ just shows up at the Rumble. And then from there, he immediately hits the ground running and has like the best calendar year any pro wrestler has ever had in ring in WWE main roster history. And that wasn't even a plan. He just happened to be so fucking dope, he became undeniable.
Yeah, they was trying to like, I don't want to say they were
at a certain slot. They did not know that like all of a sudden, like by the time he shows up in January, and then by May he's in the main event with Roman Reigns, and then he goes to SummerSlam and has that match, that feud and that match with Cena. That was not in the cards. That was not the plan.
Like, they were brought in to work with Jericho. Like, I think they were like, yeah, he's an undersized guy, Southern, like, and then he probably just won the whole fucking building over. That's what it seems like in the short term and in long term, where you hear the Undertaker talk about AJ Styles, it's like he's talking about a brother or some shit. Like, so
the motherfucker was so good. There was to this day still, I have never seen somebody, man, woman, cruiserweight, super heavyweight, and in between, high speeder, any of that. I have never seen anybody with the level of body control, agility, and awareness that AJ Styles had. There was a spot in Survivor Series of 2016 where Braun Strowman throws AJ Styles over the top rope to the floor, and he throws him in a way to where me and Rich were both horrified because AJ Styles' head looks like a magnet in his head, is a magnet, and it is headed straight to the floor. AJ Styles, I don't know how, I don't know why, but for some reason, he's in mid-air getting thrown. He's not in control of himself. He realizes, oh, I'm going to break my neck if I don't stop this. He catches the rope and gets back and just catches. I was like, he's like a cat, where a cat's laying on their feet. It was that situation. He was literally inverted, like this remote. He was inverted and decided, realized something bad is going to happen to me, and he caught himself. It was that kind of stuff where it's like, I've never seen no nigga have these kind of powers.
There was another point where I think he did like a springboard one time and like stopped himself like from going like in the springboard and then jumping.
Just hovered instead of jumping off, and just waited for somebody to just unfuck themselves so he could do the move. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when he went to go give Ellsworth a Styles Clash and he had his neck down, he's supposed to have his neck up. He saw it,
grabbed that nigga,
he stuck his legs out to keep him from breaking his neck.
Yeah. That's before you talk about like TNA, everything that he did there for years and years, and they ain't had no money to pay him, and went to New Japan Pro Wrestling, got over big time. Won Wrestling Observer Wrestler of the Year in New Japan and WWE. Yeah. I don't know when the next time somebody's going to do that. I thought like his peak probably lasted till like 2019, like as far as like how nice he was. And then he was just still, good.
No, like being like, he is the elite talented guy and then he just went from that to just being great. He's only great. Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool style, like as far as like the ring gear, just like the theme work for him. They don't want none. His old indie themes, Get Ready to Fly, they're iconic their own right. There's another one that's like some other shit. It's hard to really describe, but when you hear it, you'll know it. He was in Ring of Honor years ago. Like this guy's like so like people talk about influential guys. Like he's like up there, like we just come off losing Tanahashi, and it's like this guy was great as a face or a heel, like, and it was like there's like I think it.
And Tanahashi thinks his best match is with him.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and maybe at that point in time, that's how he felt when he said that. But like at one point in time, he's like, that match I had with him I think that's the best match I've ever had.
Yeah, like he, I think he's a guy where it's like, okay, when I hear your name, I don't even necessarily need a great wrestler on the other side of you. I've seen him get shit out of Baron Corbin before. Yeah. When you put him against another good wrestler.
Miz!
Right. Yeah, you put him against another good wrestler, and it's like, oh, they can do something magical. He has great matches with Kurt Angle. He has matches with Seth Rollins. He has matches, as you mentioned, Shinsuke Nakamura, Tanahashi, Minoru Suzuki. And then like when you match him against one of the super workers, and it's like, oh yeah, they can go fucking nuts, and it's like AJ Styles would be a great opponent for anybody, any style. Like, is AJ Styles like? So it's like you can put him in there with Okada. You can put him in there with anybody. Like he's almost like proto Ospreay.
So have you heard? So I don't know if you ever heard like the story between Moxley and Danielson, and as far as like convincing Danielson to come to AEW, and he's like, I'm watching. He like. I'm sorry. The word is Danielson's watching all these matches on Dynamite or whatever. So he's like, man, I don't know if I can hold up to that. And then Moxley says to him, man, if you come over here, you're the best worker to come. You'd be the best worker in this promotion, right? And then like you see what Danielson does in this time there, and it's like Moxley kind of had a point. He's kind of right there, right? like my feeling this whole time was if AJ Styles comes over here, he might fuck around and be the best wrestler here. We just don't know it yet, but he might end up doing like reeling off something that's so ridiculous. We're like, this dude is an elite performer as far as output, top level again. It unfortunately didn't work out that way, but that's what I was like. I don't want to get my hopes up because that's what I think is possibly on the table for him if he comes over here. Because he's definitely going to push. He's definitely going to push towards the main event. He's definitely going to still be a main event caliber wrestler in anywhere. It's just he's in WWE. Does that mean he's as good as Will Ospreay? That don't necessarily mean that, but he's still given what we've seen from him enough and see from time to time, he's still good enough to be a main eventer anywhere.
I think he would try to turn up like to another level if he got in that environment again, where it was like he's being challenged.
The Goblin mask gonna scream to him. Yeah, you know how that go.
Yeah. So, all time great wrestler, and like.
And I'm so glad I saw him. Like, he is one of the few people that like in this run of the One Nation Radio era, I'd be like, this was a guy that absolutely at one point in time was my favorite wrestler in the world.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think before before I became a big Kenny Omega fan, I was like AJ Styles was the guy right before that. So
he was carrying us. Him and Becky Lynch and Danielson were carrying us through SmackDown at the end of that run.
Yeah.
My God.
Let's see. AEW. So opened. We're not gonna do the whole show. We're actually kind of running a little back on time, and I got like a couple other things to get done tonight. But opened with an MJF versus Kevin Knight match that I thought was excellent.
I really like this match. It reminds me a lot of the match with Bandito, where he's almost in the Adam Cole role of, my job is to be the heel champion. You want to see me lose. I'm gonna do the most I can to maximize this guy as you want to cheer from him. And then at the end, I take advantage of whatever injury he has, and I win at the end. But that whole thing is about showcasing the heart and athleticism of this great wrestler I'm in the ring with. I've liked these two title defenses.
Kevin Knight did some shit in this match that I've never seen. This nigga took off running, and you think he's going to do a regular dive with a rope. He's like, no, I'm going to do that old Kane clothesline over the rope to the outside of the ring. I lost my mind when I saw that. And it's like, it's a basic move, but it's like the way the nigga jumped so high and then with precision and style and like amazing. The shot for it, bro, it was incredible. Like, I don't know if I've like popped for a move, like just one particular move like that to where... like in a while, it was just like, oh shit! Like it's not like a meet in the middle type. It's not a counter or reversal. It was just like, nah, I'm gonna just jump over the top rope real quick. Like that's what it kind of was or whatever. And I think Kevin Knight is set for a big push. He did lose twice on this night, but when you get that much time on screen, you're going to make a big impact on what people think of you. And MJF's on his best behavior, as I was talking about with Phil last week. Like, he's in Reg. I was like, if you keep him almost in these structured environments, it's like you are going to go and have a 20-minute match with, like, Kevin Knight. And if it goes bad... not really going to be on Kevin Knight. Like he's going to get some for obvious reasons.
He's had the year he's had in AEW. Same thing for like if something goes left with Speedball. Like if you have a bad match with Mike Bailey, it ain't because of Mike Bailey.
Yeah,
unless he lost a leg or something.
So like what MJF did is they did the long count thing. So like they even gave him a little something in defeat. So I thought this was particularly effective, and it was like, all right, like would there be other people I would prefer to see as the champion? Absolutely. But like if MJF will do this, and it's like,
I ain't got no problem.
This is light years ahead of like what the fuck he was doing from All In after that, which was why I had major functional problems with like this, and I thought it was just forsaking the promotion. Rambones, shout out to him, $5 super chat. He said, I've been holding Kevin Knight stocks since before he got to AEW. The guy's a future world champion.
Yeah, get in
dynamic.
Line. You ain't special. Yeah, I got Kevin Knight stock. Man, we saw them drop kicks in the road twos too. What you mean?
But I thought that match was awesome, man. And then another match was awesome was a tag match, with Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy against the Dogs. Gabe Kidd and Clark Connors, bro, they might have got like 7 or 8 minutes in there, maybe even less than that. Yeah. Like the shit they was doing in there.
They had to they was trying to fit they were trying to fit everything they possibly could think of into that short amount of time. Yeah.
This nigga Gabe Kidd came out there crawling out, and then he clotheslined the shit out of Orange Cassidy. I think it was Orange Cassidy, maybe. One of the niggas went flying in a circle off of that shit. It was wild. I think Clark is gonna break out in a similar way to Tekla, ironically, to where it's like
why? Because why? Do you think charisma is sexually transmitted?
Nah, I think like when Tekla came over, she kind of came over under the radar. To where it's like, and Clark now, we'll talk about David Finlay.
I will say this: whenever I've seen those two together, when they were doing like historic cross or whatever else, they having a blast. They look great being an evil couple.
Yeah, I think Clark is gonna break out in a way, certain look, like he's gonna be over with a certain segment of the fans for sure. Your next, I think. They've got Finlay now, who's the quote-unquote leader of the group, probably.
He's the leader of the group for now, but he clearly has the least amount of breakout potential among the three.
Yes. So, and Gabe, I feel like he's a massive babyface waiting to happen.
And that's no sliding against Finlay, because Finlay's a really good wrestler.
Yeah,
it's just a charisma thing. It's just a charisma thing and a bridesmaid thing of you were there forever.
And then, I think how Clark can stand out amongst that is, the attention's not going to be on him to really break out like that, because it's not like he's carrying the Kenny Omega match, on his shoulder, the match with Yota Tsuji on his shoulder, the entire thing with his relationship with the New Japan fans, which he's trolling them now, which is pretty funny. And Clark just kind of gets to look cool, Aura Farm, wrestle, have good matches, and then, just be seen in the right spots, and it's we can do something with him. And I think people are just gonna slowly, just he's gonna win people over. Mm-hmm. In the post match, David Finlay comes out with the Shillelagh, knocks. I think
after the babyfaces win, which I thought, so I watched this on delay. I was watching this live, but I knew that Finlay came out, so then the babyfaces win, and then they beat him down because Finlay shows up. I was like, should you have done it this way? I don't know.
So I think with that, I would probably say if the babyfaces lose, they don't need another guy to quote unquote get revenge for them, So Finlay, let's talk about him. So I don't think this guy is a star whatsoever. And I've been kind of vocal about it in the Discord, and I'm a big boy. I can call my shots as far as stars, and he'll get every opportunity to prove me wrong, right? But brother, it's he ends up in AEW now because of New Japan's presumably broke, WWE is presumably cheap, and now he's here with this group from there, and I'm just okay, where does he fit in? And he's a wrestler that I think, if you need baby faces, you need a heel for him to face. Yeah, you can fit that role
on TV.
But I'm it's gonna be hard to command these pay-per-view spots. Have you seen this roster? Have you seen Revolution?
Right.
It's gonna be hard. And then
Kenny Omega's on this card,
right? And then it's
Will Ospreay's on this card.
It's brother, I know there's no salary cap in wrestling, right? You sign who you think can help you, or you got an idea for anything like that. I'm just putting on my hat, my One Nation Radio hat, to say, you know, this is a mid-level guy. Like, I don't think this is some top star. Like, and the way the reactions that I saw about it was like thinking this is like somebody's about to come in this top level. I'm like, I don't see it. Well, and I would have to be. Look, niggas would have to show me.
Well, this is what I would say, right? For those that would disagree as far as what his ceiling is, I would say this.
Like, he's awesome. He's been killing it the last 2 years. I'm like,
I don't disagree.
I'm like, however, in depleted New Japan? Like, what the fuck? Right. Like, I don't like.
But this is what I say. Cool. Did they ever make him the IWGP champion?
No.
IWGP World Champion? No. Okay. When healthy, what were we doing with Jay White, who is a clearly superior wrestler in act?
Look, from the charisma, the look,
right,
the wrestling, the age, they're about the same age.
Jay's not younger?
Jay's always been a senior to him.
That's true.
And what has Jay White ever really gotten in AEW? He's got a one-off title match once.
He got pissed down. He got pissed down his throat from MJF. That's what he got.
Correct. Dev, shout out, $10 super chase. I unloaded my clip on TK. I have no problem with all the belts, but the point is to create stories for more people. Why are Moxley, FTR, and Ricochet the only champs not connected to another title? Because there's like there was a trios belt change now to where Fletcher and Okada have those belts.
Yes.
Now
before that match happened, I thought to myself, I was like, damn, This is Aussie Open and Okada. This is some rich living right here.
Yeah, I didn't recognize that until after the match. The thought of Aussie Open and Okada, I was like Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis, and Okada, like, because they've been kind of singled out or whatever. And then I thought about that, and I was like, that's actually kind of nifty. Right. And then I don't know, as far as like, y'all know how I feel about the belts. To where I don't give a fuck how many of them they are, because they're devices to kind of keep people
programs so no one does jobs.
Yeah, they're kind of like these. I wish there were no belts. I wish there were no belts. Like, relax. No belts. Fuck a belt. Like, man, we'll see who's really the main eventers. Like, let's make this shit a shoot. Like, but. You put a belt on a bitch to keep them away from a bitch. Like, that's what these belts are. Like, that's how they've come to be in this company.
Yeah.
But what were we saying? Oh, David Finlay. Yeah. So, like, look, man, people can say, hey, he was awesome and all this other stuff. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, this guy.
I don't disagree. His limitations are his limitations, and when he walks into the company, he's not a top 20 worker. He's not top 20 like person you're going to push. Like, outside of some barrage of some rash of injuries, he's quality depth. But that's where it is. Like, we just had Tommaso Ciampa coming here.
Like,
and granted, he's a lot older than Finlay, but David Finlay ain't as good as Tommaso Ciampa.
Like, I think, like, if this was a baseball team, I think I made the analogy before. This nigga's a left-handed bat off the bench. Like, and in right field, we got Will Ospreay. We got in center field, we got Swerve Strickland. In left field, we got Hangman Page at first base. We got Kenny Omega. Then we got John Moxley at second base. Like, bro, do you know how hard it is to crack that top rotation?
We got
Takeshita at shortstop. Yeah. Like, we got Kazuchika Okada at third. Like. Pitching.
Right now, we currently have Mark Briscoe platooning. Like, how hard it is to crack this rotation, brother?
Pitching, we got Kyle Fletcher, out here. Like, what the fuck? Like, we got Kesher, MJF, shit. It's just like, bro, like, what are we saying? Like, what are we saying about, like, a guy with a mid look with, like, when you line them up next to everybody, bro, it's an aesthetic business too. Do not think decisions are not made on that. Like,
I think I like where he lands at, because he gets in there at a spot with Darby and with Orange Cassidy at a time where they desperately need something to do, and this is definitely benefit both parties involved, like the babyface side and the heel side. They get some type of warfare going on. Like maybe they throw Briscoe in there and it turns into a trios thing. I don't know, but like I don't think this is a bad starting place for him in AEW. I'm willing to see where this goes. I just have an idea. I feel like I have a pretty idea where it goes, but I'm not closed off on maybe he does become TNT champion. That's not gonna
right. Like, and then it's like, okay, I think I'm betting more on it. Like, is this some superstar or is this some star? Like, is this somebody that's gonna break into like being billed as like a top 3 match on a pay-per-view? I don't see it.
That's never happening.
I don't see it. Like, and I'd be shocked if it ever happened. And if it did happen, it would be in some like unique scenario to where somebody specifically picked him to work with or something like that. Like, it wouldn't be like, yeah, dog, you got to move all these niggas out the way, and then David Finlay is right there in your semi-main event. Brother, you know how many niggas would have to drop like flies for that to happen in this promotion? Darby Allin, that designated hitter.
I watched Moxley versus Hechicero, rooting for Hechicero while watching it. So yes, it would take a lot. It would take a lot.
Like Stadium Stampede.
Moxley talking shit now. Wait till Big Hedge gets them paws on you, and that man show you this alchemy. Wait till you see this alchemy.
Be like
double leg move. I was like, yep.
Be like, fuck where he would rank in AEW. Where the fuck would he rank in the Don Callis family? Like, let's start there. Like, I
don't. He not one of the first 3. That's for sure.
like, what are we saying? It's like, I get it. We have to. The New Japan fans are very protective over the guys that have been trying to hold up this sinking ship that's going on over there, right?
I don't know why they're protective of him, seeing he just left like everybody else has left. Think about what AEW has been the last 6 years. All right, the Young Bucks leave, Kenny Omega leaves, Cody leaves, right? Then Jericho leaves, right? Moxley shows up to get some buzz going and doing that 2019 G1, leaves to go back to AEW, right? Okada leaves, Ospreay leaves, Jay White leaves. Like, why? I've heard the things y'all said about Kazuchika Okada. That man then returned and said, "I'm going to give you one of the greatest matches of all time for your hero's retirement match." What? I find it weird that now all of a sudden y'all are these same people that were that have been shitting on Okada for the past 2 years now all of a sudden want to give some love to Finlay. That's weird to me. Okada gave you 6 stars. He gave you prophecy in the dome.
King of the North.
That ain't good enough. Here's my question: what did Dave Finlay do for you in the dome ever?
Be the third guy in the 3-way match with Moxley and Ospreay.
Yep. Yeah, I forgot.
Which is a role that, like, look, we could have put 30 other niggas in there for that.
That match was good.
Yeah. King of the North, Gato out on super embezzlement charges and weed. Unreal. So, like, look, man, it's like that Don Callis family is deep.
It's
dog.
tough.
It's tough. It's like, there's a basketball team. Is he coming off the bench? Is he a 7-man?
Might be a 6-man.
The 8th man, the 6th
Finlay
man.
might be a 6-man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but he might just be a 6-man.
But look, all I'm saying is there are levels, and then I think there are more people with star appeal than really good workers that's
for you
in the
as
middle.
A perfect example that anybody wouldn't dare. Brother, Pac is in this promotion.
Tell me what David Finlay does better than Pac.
That's why I said it like that. Pac is in this promotion. A guy that on multiple occasions I've said is a perfect wrestler.
It's hard.
It's tough in this promotion.
It's hard. And then it's like,
And then when you put him off mothballs, what's he do? Go fucking nuts.
You know. What about Claudio Castagnoli,
Oh,
who's
yeah.
a foot taller than David Finlay?
Yes.
Like, what do we say? Like,
have you seen him with,
people? I don't think people realize how deep the roster is to where it's like you line people up, right?
Have you seen Claudio?
Yeah, Ricochet is here right now. Like,
have you seen Claudio in his luchador mask?
Yes.
It's fucking hilarious, man. Like, I really like what Death Riders is doing with this hooligan rah shit they doing. Like, it's working. They finna get over as baby faces again. It's gonna work. Whenever they decide to pull the trigger officially, that shit. Look, them Death Riders logos finna fly off the shelves.
Oh yeah, like
they going.
Look, man,
they going. Everybody going for it.
It would be one of the great feats in pro wrestling ever if David Finlay was to make it to the top of this promotion, like ever. Just based on
I'd be impressed.
Where
I'd be
expect
impressed.
Somebody to come in, I would be like, it would be an all time. It would be an all time apology. Like I will apologize to David Finlay and I will at him in the tweet with the video.
Because ain't enough people in the world can get hurt for him to fake it to get to the top in AEW. If he got to the top, that means he became one of the best wrestlers in the world. I'd be happy for it. Prove me wrong. I don't give a shit. All that means is I'm getting to watch more good wrestling. Oh my god,
the horror,
right? But oh my god, a guy that I already think is a good wrestler becomes one of the best wrestlers in the world on the way to main eventing one of the best shows ever. Oh my god. Really prove me wrong. All I'm using, my face that I went and saw 4.5 stars or 5 stars somewhere. My God!
If we've hosted this show for this long, right, and we have the track record, I think that we do. If I didn't come out here and tell you what I think, I would be being dishonest, and I'm not going to lie to the audience. Like,
right? And I think most people get this though. That's the thing. I think most people get this.
Yeah, so where it's like, what do I think? And then also, if I've been doing this long and I couldn't pick out like somebody that could be a star, then it would be like, well, what the fuck have you been hosting this show for this long? So like, come on, man. Like, I feel like there are flashing alarms for other people. Like, hell, just look at the group that he's in. Like, you can instantly see what a Gabe Kid will bring. And then you see the things that he's produced already to where it's like, oh, all you need is just to link up a couple things and then the sparks are going. Mm-hmm. Clark Connors has the sneaky road to the top, as I mentioned. Slightly undersized, great look, and then cool factor. Good wrestler already out the box.
Yep.
Finlay has good wrestler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think the thing he has going for him is to bring back the War Dog stuff or whatever else. He has that lure behind him that's that he can play off those other two, going back to those days going forward. In the same way that Jay White had with Bang Bang Gang or whatever else with Juice, or Bullet Club Gold with Juice. So yeah, I don't they. I like the first few steps he has in this company so far. We'll see where it goes after that, but I think they have. I feel like they have done a good enough job for a landing spot for him to start, and we'll see where we go from here.
Like, I know people think AEW is strictly about the bell-to-bell work and all that. This shit is like there's a charisma element to it. There's a style element to it. Like, there's a big visual element to things too. And it's like, I feel like I've seen what the Booker kind of leans towards. Like, the only thing that can save David Finlay, in my eyes, to where it'd be like, I think he can break his ceiling. No, I'm saying to get to
where
he can punch higher than where I got him. Right?
Okay.
He would have to turn out to be one of the greatest promos we've ever seen. Like that's what he would have to do. That small task of being one of the greatest promos ever. Pick up a fucking mic. Like he would. Then he can probably figure it out.
And to be fair, everybody got one of those given the right scenario and the right storyline. Everybody has one of those in them. It just comes down to timing.
So
maybe some hits in a way in a way that we just weren't expecting. We'll see. Because look, if you had told, look, when Swerve showed up to AEW, I did not expect him to become AEW World Champion and him to become the main event, a Wembley show, and him become a corner piece person on this promotion. I expected him to come in here and be a really good worker and really good wrestler, and we'll see where he goes from there. He outkicked his coverage, right? We have somebody as proof that, like, hey, this can happen for you in ways that maybe a normal fan wouldn't expect. But like I said, it took a lot to get there. It took a lot with Swerve. Swerve was out here doing the things,
and even then,
doing all sorts of favors for Tony Khan in the long run, and then Tony Khan having to be loyal enough to pay him back.
And I feel like Swerve had certain projectables that were like
that Dave Finlay does not have.
That Dave Finlay does not have. Like it's just like
he can offer things to the company and to Tony Khan that Finlay just cannot. That's true, absolutely.
So it's like
he's not going to do that kind of media or PR.
Like it's just the cool factor too. Like it's a lot, man. It's a lot. So like, you know, I hate to make it sound like I'm going in on the guy, right? Mm-hmm. Because, like I said, fine wrestler. Like I don't have a problem with how he wrestles. He's had good matches, like with pretty much all the people that are around. Like he's fine. I
think it was his 2022 G1 where I was like, you know what? He's better than I've given him credit for.
But I'm
after I think it was who turned on him? I think it was Juice that turned on him.
But I'm bucking back against the idea of like this is a star walking in. I'm like, you know, stars done walked in before. You know, like, you know, so. Yeah, and this is another great point with King of the North. The depth charts of New Japan and the depth charts of AEW are two different beasts. Yeah, at this point,
one is a touring promotion, the other is a TV promotion. You can put Fale and Yujiro, and you can get away with throwing them on New Japan Cup and in the G1s and all that kind of shit. You can't get away with that in the C2. You just can't. Not for TV. No. Not in AEW TV anyway, no.
Look, someone like David Finlay should be asking right now to be in the C2. He should be asking right now to be in that bitch and be like, what you want? Look, I will welcome it.
Even record?
How many matches they got? They got 5 matches. There's 6 in each block.
Well, it doesn't depend. It changes depending on the year.
5 in each. Yeah. 6 and 6. There's 12 people, so he could easily go 3 and 2.
Yeah. Guevara's a better wrestler than him.
Yeah. Look at this, dude. Like this is nasty. Like, they trying to set me up.
Once between the ding ding dings, Guevara's better.
Yeah, $2. David Finlay or Sammy Guevara. They trying to set me up. They know I'm the Sammy Guevara guy, so of course I'm gonna say Sammy Guevara, nigga. Like, what else?
Now, David Finlay's a way better promo because,
I mean,
Guevara's like this.
He's been verbally challenged.
He you know what? Sammy Guevara cuts promos like a AEW day one.
Look. Sammy Guevara, in my opinion, I know this is probably going to sound nuts to some people, right? He's the 1, 2, 3 kid of this era.
I get what you mean.
Like, he's awesome. People hate him at a certain point. But if you fuck with him, you fuck with him. Can't really talk. But
I get what you mean.
Look, there's another good one. David Finlay or Kyle O'Reilly. I think I'll take
Kyle O'Reilly. Hold on. Hey, King of the North. Are you fucking with me? Look, man. I don't have to defend this or say, see, he's joking. See, LMAO, see, all right, okay. I'm about to say, he's like, do you realize it kind of, you don't want to have me have a damn stroke out here.
We can play the or game.
Not with Kyle O'Reilly. No.
No, I'm saying with Finlay, we can play the or game with David Finlay.
Because you said you need to get off air, so let's not. We have already let Finlay derail our AEW segment.
Don't let me play the or game with David Finlay. I'm gonna hurt niggas' feelings.
I'm with you. We ain't got to do that. We can say that for a later time. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So. Yeah, we gotta move on a little bit. It changed the trios belts. FTR and Ciampa kind of linked in a promo or whatever.
It was you
said something about a top guy, and then he came out. I was like,
he came out and he's like, hey, you want to join on and we can take over this promotion. I was like, and I'm thinking like, well, they've already lost that war, brother. Bro,
I was when he said that, I was like, is this what he said to CM Punk? Like when they went in?
No, that's what CM Punk was saying to him. So yeah, like Ciampa was like, look, man, I ain't like you a decade ago. And I hate you now, or whatever else. So then, Dax tried to say something slick, and then Ciampa just hold on and just fired off on him. I was like, let's go. And so they're gonna have a match on Collision. I was good with that.
Rambo's teasing Gargano to come in to fight FTR. Look, would work for me.
I didn't sense that from watching it.
I didn't sense that either, but so many people did. I saw so many people tweeting about that.
But because I see my timeline and it's still the, Ciampa's doing so good. Don't let him get Gargano. Don't let him get the better wrestler in here with him. Fucking idiots. Like, all right, man. All right. I can't. Oh boy, I can't wait. I'm finna act outside myself, Rich, when that man start ringing off. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be insufferable. I'm gonna be insufferable if it happens.
What else we have? We have Brody King and Swerve. Swerve hung a white man on national television to follow up what he did to Kenny Omega. Like, this nigga's unhinged right now. This nigga's not well. This nigga's sick.
I have nothing to add.
No notes. Really?
It's a bad man.
So they'll meet in LA.
Like, if Swerve continues down this path, right? If Swerve continues down this path, moving the way he's moving. Remember the end of New Jack City when that old man shot Nino Brown?
Yes.
That might. Tony Schiavone might have to shoot. Swerve. Swerve moving diabolical, bro.
What the fuck did he say to him at the end? He was like, murderer, or some shit like that.
I can't even remember, bro.
Hold on, bitch. I got to find this. Hold on. Oh, man. Shoots Nino Brown.
I mean, that's not even my favorite moment where an evil person gets shot to death in a movie. My favorite is quite honestly when Marlon Wayne shoots Tupac at the end above the rim.
God damn it!
That's my favorite moment.
I knew you was gonna do it.
Especially with the effect when he does his own effect where he gets shot and Tupac go. So I mean, there's a lot. I enjoyed when Thor chopped off Thanos' head at the beginning of Endgame.
He said, "Your soul is required in hell." And then he shot that man.
Hey, someone saying shit to you, you going? Ain't nobody saving you from that.
One of her CPU 64 having an intervention with Swerve. What? I'm evil too. She think this is...
Oh my god.
Shoot, might turn y'all see me on Twitter. I be putting niggas on the grill. So,
oh man,
it's funny.
What if Swerve gets so far to hand it you mentioned old black man ends up having to shoot Swerve. What if he gets so far to hand it the only person that can stop him is Nana. Nana has to put him down.
Yo, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Now I'd be like,
now that is storytelling.
yeah, like not the only one that can talk some sense into him.
Gotta put him down like old Yeller.
And then he turns the tables. He'd be like, "Oh, I always knew you. Like you wasn't built for this." And then Swerve gets rid of it after that. Oh
man.
my god!
Look, that's the heel. That's for if he does that to Nana. That's when it's like, all right, we are not.
This nigga's at the point of no
return.
return.
We're not trying to be cool heel. We're never trying to be babyface ever again.
That's the final frontier.
The second he swerves, stomp Nana, and Nana. Oh no, irredeemable character.
That would be
irredeemable character. Evil.
Look, I don't think they're doing that, but like, you want to take a nigga to hell. He's never turning babyface again. Yeah. If he does that,
yeah, we can never. We can never cheer for this nigga ever again.
Oh my god. But yeah. No, it was an overall good show. I don't got too much more on it, but
I like the Thunder Rosa and Tekla match too.
I like Tekla, and I thought Thunder, a few opportunities here, but
I think I like this. I like the formatting of the match, as far as like, the whole story is like Thunder Rosa coming back. She's trying to get her, her title match. That she never really got after getting injured. She's getting in Texas. She's getting in South Texas. And
I always pop for like when you bring out the flag and shit like that. Yeah. So like that's always
like
cool.
Statlander has warned her. You up against something that you aren't prepared for. You taking lightly. I don't think this the game's different now. And Thunder Rosa came out there as the babyface for 2022. Is that the right year? 2021?
Yeah.
2021?
21.
And it's 2026. I like the story.
They're doing a 2 out of 3 falls with Statlander and Tekla.
Yeah. What I didn't like is post-match. Beats down Thunder Rosa some more. She beats up the security, gets in there to help aid Thunder Rosa from her wounds. And then the bad acting just ensues, and she just forgets that like she's supposed to be able to fuck about Thunder Rosa, just lets her body just her carcass just melt down to the mat again. I'm like, damn. All right, Chris. All right,
one step at a time. So yeah, they switched the trios belts, as I said. With that, like, I don't know why Tony Khan as a promoter would have went for the bullshit Don Callis like was selling. He's like, these niggas said they would wrestle at any time. You know what? That's a good idea. I was like, so he don't want to promote this match and try to make $1? Like that don't go against the spirit. That's against the spirit of Tony Khan. Like what the fuck? Not make $1? What?
I was so blown when I realized, wait, this match isn't going to be on Saturday on Collision. It's happening tonight. I'm like, wait, that seemed like a setup for Collision, not later in the night, especially because both of these niggas already wrestled.
Yeah. I'm like, so man, you hate it. Like Kevin Knight had a rough night,
and then Fletcher came out, and then MJF cost. I was like, oh, all right, give them all the bell. Two-thirds of them already had a match. One of them's injured. Heel comes out there, screws them, and I was like, all right, so now. Page has something has lost him at the hands of MJF. He should be pissed. There is no title to fall back on now. That means he's going to be the champion after Revolution, right?
Like he done took a lot from this nigga. Now it's like he gonna take something else. He gonna take one more thing. I hope not. Look, hey man,
he better fucking win.
He better figure it out. Cause that's ain't what I do. But yeah, man. Speaking of shit that I wouldn't do, watch the first round match of the New Japan Cup of Aaron Wolf and Bad Luck Fale. So I was told, James, the new ace had arrived. On January 4th, James. People was just going crazy when he got naked, essentially, and took the gi off, and then went and had a match with Evil. The Dome, great reception to it. Match was just fine. Good, even.
Match was really, really good.
And all they've done since is dump. All they've done is dump hot and cold water simultaneously on this nigga at the same time since. And yes, they're gonna keep doing the same fucking angle up until Dominion, to where they're back on national broadcast, and they're gonna do the same thing that they already did with Evil. I get the booking. It's stupid. Let's just start it there. He comes out every time House of Torture sees Aaron Wolf, they fuck him up on sight. Like he walks to the ring and there's 2 niggas on him. He gets to ringside and there's 4 niggas on him, like the Lean Back remix. Like, I swear to God, by the time the match further progresses, there's more House of Torture members and there's more niggas on him than the One Blood remix. Like, I can't believe that Gato and them decided this is the best route to try to, like, take with this guy who they tell me is this national hero, is this superstar, this can't miss, they built it up for a year, right? And he's a young lion and he's got this judo experience and the hi-ya, I get it, right? But bro, I was impressed enough at the Dome to where I'm invested in this guy making it now. Right. Now, when you feed me the rest of this tells me you don't have confidence in him. Right. And you're sticking him in there with shitters who have ruined your fucking company for the last 5 fucking years and run people off. And
6
all
years.
you've done, I missed this. Hold on. Rambones, $2 chat. Gato is a terrorist. Yes. I'm just gonna take a guess. When Bill Goldberg showed up in WCW, we're not going to worry about Starrcade 98. Let's just talk about the first 6 months, James. Wasn't nobody whooping Bill Goldberg's ass. Wasn't nobody, wasn't units just fucking him up and leave him laying. This nigga was going through the flock by himself. What the fuck are we protecting the House of Torture for? He should be kicking their ass. He should have been slamming back like Finlay, like Andre the Giant, time and time again. Like, this is asinine. Like, this is stupid. And enough people are not saying it because they're just saying it really wouldn't make sense because, like, it's the wrong member. Fuck that. Why are we wasting time with these bums? I'm just going to say it again. These bums, the House of Torture. Like, there's no value there. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know who needs to hear it. If you want to make a pro wrestling star to help carry the company in the retirement, on the heels of the retirement of Hiroshi Tanahashi, the exodus of David Finlay, Gabe Kidd, and who else? Clark Connors, and all these other people going out the door, Kazuchika, all these other people. Look, everybody told me this is a national hero. They received him as such in the Dome. I saw it.
Right.
And this is not what you do to make a pro wrestling superstar. Right. I'm sorry.
Yep. I agree.
King of the North, $2. Gato Von needs to be sent to Alcatraz. This is a fireable offense. Like, this is as bad as anything Triple H is done in the last, like, year. Like, this is Travis Scott level bad almost. Like,
this nigga made John Cena tap out. Let's.
That's true. That's true.
You going a little too far.
That's true. They are beating this nigga's ass with, like, incredible odds. That's the one part of bail they're shooting him or whatever, right? However, there would just be a fucking easier way to have him just whoop everyone's ass.
Yep.
And then, like, lose in a good match to a wrestler like that's like an ace level guy, a top worker or whatever like that, and be like, okay, but he should handle all these niggas like.
He got bounced in the first round, right?
First round.
Yeah, bad idea. They should have put him. They should have put him through and lose to someone that had to buy. It's not that hard. You lose the person that had to buy.
Look.
Like, beat him down in the match, have him overcome in the match, and then have him lose to a person who had to buy while he's still selling the injuries he had from getting ganged up on by House of Torture.
I'm sorry, but Chase Owens pulling this nigga's shirt over his head and whooping his ass like that don't really necessarily endear me. The crowd's still into this guy. They're pissed when they get the heat on him. So, like, in a pro wrestling say, yeah, they're booing or whatever, but
it's working, but you are underselling how far you could take this.
In a strange way, he's being protected in the same way that Jade Cargill is. It's like there's clearly more there, unless they're so smart about wrestling and star picking and all this stuff. Like, unless we're the dumb ones, because I don't know, the evidence ain't been showing.
We're not the dumb ones. They're booking them for 2028, and you know how long this is, and how unnecessary it is in 2020, in 2026 to have to do this. You don't have to. It don't take 2 years to build somebody up in New Japan Pro Wrestling like this. They didn't even take this fucking long with Brandon Rita and them and the other Musketeers.
I guess I just don't.
Granted, they went on an excursion, but you get my point.
I don't understand what Gato doesn't get, unless it's just like they fear this nigga is the shits. Like that's the only. And he's not. I've seen him. He's not the shits.
So hard pressed for him to be the shits after what I saw of him, what I've seen of him already. No way. I would be shocked if he was the shits.
Like
even if he were the shits, you can still hide him to where he's not the shits.
It's fucking dumb. Like, and I think more people need to say it in plain language and be like, yeah, it just a never-ending feud, the House of Torture, that don't work. James, is Aaron Wolf's shoot name Tetsuya Naito by any chance?
No.
What the fuck are we doing here, man? Like, that's all I got. Like,
yeah, same here.
Malpractice. Like, yeah,
it's frustrating.
Yes, we're the dumb Western fans who don't matter, you know, and all this stuff. So yeah, whatever. Continue to enjoy less of a profile, like, you know.
Yeah, like y'all finna go to the Dome again, and y'all gonna have to come begging and screaming to get Okada to show up again to go do.
Don't
Sushi
say that.
Okada.
Don't say that out loud. Don't say that, James. No help from AEW. Look, Yoda Suji. I don't even know if niggas from AEW is allowed. You know, let's see. Ethan Saber Jr. I'll listen to the episode in the morning. Happy you're back, King James. I'll drop you a file on YouTube. King James.
But yeah, I've never really gone with the King thing. I'm kind of a no Kings type of motherfucker. But yeah, if you appreciate it though, appreciate the compliment.
Great Devil. How do we blame Tony Khan for this though? Yeah, I mean, who knew it was?
He destabilized all these niggas, and now they pitch, and now they scraping the pot.
Look.
Right now, they should be getting ready for Kyle Fletcher's IWGP, or sorry, not IWGP, for his never openweight title one right now.
Look, you blame Tony Khan. I think they're saying Tony Khan actually booked this. Like,
that's a whole different like tinfoil hat. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not it, man. Like, and I saw the guy. And I'm just like, I was told the energy was so good the night of Wrestle Kingdom. Quite frankly, there were people that like were like being very annoying about it.
I may have been one of those.
Like, as far as like,
you kick evil square in the ass in a big moment. I'm happy.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, man, like, I think I maintained is one night, and there's a lot that still needs to be proven. Mm-hmm. Sure. And now, you know,
he ain't even getting the opportunity to prove it though. Like,
that's tough.
Like, how bad is he shitting in the bed in the dojo for this to be happening?
I don't get it, man. And I'm not saying he has to whoop Yoda Tsuji's ass and bend him over his knee and, you know, stick his face in the stand and none of that. I'm not even saying that. Like, you had a perfect spot. You could have just stuck him with that never open weight belt. And then just made it the fucking Aaron Wolf Heavyweight Championship belt to where you can import foreigners, you can import workers to work with him. Okay, them niggas are not wrestling Yoda Tsuji, they can fight Aaron Wolf. Like, and then he can be wrestling better people.
Yep.
and beating them all because they'd be like, no, this is our project. There's a special case on this guy.
You get him off the road twos and get him the fuck away from House of Torture so he actually improves as a wrestler.
Jesus Christ.
So that he can actually, when it's time for him to be on, New Japan Cup or Sakura Genesis going forward, he's ready. He's more ready than otherwise.
Bad Luck Fale surfed on this nigga during the match, bro. He surfed on this nigga, bro. Like, I'm like... It's just waves of interference. Waves. Like...
Not in my promotion.
Yeah. I was disgusted, bro, while I watched that shit. And I was just like... like...
That's frustrating.
It's like, bro, like, it's just like a microcosm of, like, why I don't love New Japan in the way I once did. And it's just like... This is idiotic. Like, and like it's like they used to make all the sense.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know. Tough. Yeah. Oh well. We can wrap it up, James.
All right, folks. Thanks for listening. If you were watching from the stream, be sure to rate us on the app you're using to listen this to, and go to the show notes when this podcast is up, and go to the show description, and you can see the red circle link and donate there. And be sure to listen to other shows on the network. Besides One Nation Radio, you have Keepin It Strong Style, All Things Elite, Imp's Adventures, Wrestling Out with Chris Things, Tunnel Talk, the Trish and Sarah Wrestling Podcast, AEW Match Guide, and Joshi'ing Around. Thanks for listening, y'all. Later.
Peace.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences, and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity, and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently, too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.